Hey y'all, my name is Cameron Wilmington, and today I'll be giving y'all a presentation on nonprofit organizations and how they intertwine with my servant leadership and servant leadership in general. This is a medical nonprofit organization called Medicinas San Fronteras. I hope I said that right. There's no typical place where they're just severely located at. It's an international nonprofit organization, so they're located on many international points. All right, so let's get to the presentation. So we have our first slide, servant leadership principles at Doctors Without Borders. So I believe by prioritizing needs of marginalized communities, Medicinas San Fronteras, or MSF for shorter, often known as Doctors Without Borders, exemplifies servant leadership. Their teams frequently put themselves in grave danger while working in emergency situations where medical assistance is desperately needed. By educating healthcare professionals and honoring cultural customs, they strengthen local communities. MSF's purpose is to intricately link to fundamental servant leadership concepts, including empathy, healing, awareness, and stewardship. They never act out of power or self interest, but rather out of desire to help others. And I got a lot of this information from my source, LC Peers, and it says Characters and Servant Leadership 10 Traits of Compassionate Successful Leaders from the Journal of Leadership and Virtues. All right, so into slide 3, we have impact of servant leadership at MSF. So, by practicing servant leadership, Doctors Without Borders has had an extraordinary impact. In 2022 alone, they conducted over 16.2 million outpatient consultations globally. Doctors Without Borders 2023. Their ability to quickly respond to major health crises like Ebola and COVID-19 shows how a servant-first approach leads to agile, effective action. Moreover, their transparency and compassion have built strong trust with local populations, often making their work possible in areas hostile to others. All right, guys, so this is where things get interesting. So this is my outlook, the lessons from my leadership, and what I think this nonprofit organization has helped me to know and some others to know too. So let's get into it. So we have personal reflections, lessons for my leadership. The three servant leadership tenets that I value most from Doctors Without Borders are empathy, listening, and dedication in human development. Leaders that possess empathy are able to comprehend the needs of the people they lead on a deep level. And I feel like this resonates with me a lot because I've always been told that you're not chosen to be a leader, you're born to be a leader, if you know what I'm saying. And I feel like with this resonates with me a lot because I've always done sports all my life. I've always been the one just to try to help others, to try to build others up. And people always told me, Cam, that's the qualities of being a leader. But continuing on, by listening, you can make sure that the community, not the government, is driving the answers. Growth orientated commitment promotes sustainability and resilience. In saying this and talking about sustainability and resilience, a lot of these countries are not first world countries or they're not economically wealthy, so they don't get the best healthcare, they don't get the best resources. So with a nonprofit organization like this, these people are able to put their pride aside, show that hey, we want to serve you first. We put ourselves away just to help you, even in dangerous situations. Like I said in the slides before, they go to dangerous areas just to help others to make sure they have good healthcare. So continuing on again, growth oriented commitment promotes sustainability and resilience. I would try to change the emphasis in my own company from top-down authority to enabling people to take the lead and be creative. And not saying that I want to have my own company, but if I did, I would definitely want to have an example from a company or a nonprofitization or something like this. Put others first. We're always trying to put the customer first, not us. We put their desires before ours. So, and that will be the last one. All right, and right here we just have our references. We use Doctors Without Borders annual report, and then we use Spears. Spears was a great person to use. He talks a lot about servant leadership and how it reflects onto you, and not just being about yourself. Before I came here, I didn't really know a lot about being a servant or helping others. I came from University of Kansas, and it's a public school, so we never really just talked about wanting to help others or wanting to put myself before one and not and learning to put myself after others, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm so grateful I did this project and I hope you enjoy it.